name's Tracy Moss, and I'm doing this little video diary for myself mainly, but I thought it might help other people, about plastic surgery. I'm 47 years old and I've been toying with the idea of having surgery on my eyelids, my eyelids and my under eyes for years, probably 10 years now. I've had lots of consultations. I've had consultations here in England and I've had some abroad as well where I've done it online. Obviously you can't just go over and have a consultation and fly back, but I've done a few online and I've done proper ones here, and ultimately it's come down to being too much money here and just being wary of going abroad, or it is a lot cheaper. So what's happened this last sort of year is I'd got to the point last year where I thought I need it doing and I'm not going to be happy unless I have it done. So I'd been for another consultation at the hospital, private hospital group I think it is, in Leeds, and they were brilliant. They were really lovely and really nice, made me feel very comfortable. £5,000 for the two. Could have them done separately, about £2.5 each. So, but it meant I think going back, and it would either, if I'm going to have it done, I want it all done at once, and it was 5,000. Plus you had to be put to sleep under a general anaesthetic, which I didn't really want, but they couldn't do the two together without putting you to sleep. So, but I decided to go for it, and I paid £300 I think on blood tests and consultations and all sorts of things, and provisionally booked a date for, I think it was for May ultimately this year. I think I was going to go for it, or April, or May. So when I was at work, about 2 months before that, I was due to pay the £700 deposit. And I had previously at work, a couple of the girls who I work with and another girl who was a friend of, had also discussed this for different things, not all for the same procedure. But I never thought we'd do it, and we'd discuss Prague, we'd discuss going together, let's do this, let's do that. But you know how these things get discussed and they never happen. So I'd kind of put it to the back of my mind about that. So I went in this day and I was telling the girl that I'd booked it and I was paying the deposit, and she said, oh, well, so-and-so, she's having her procedure done in Prague at the clinic. Her mum and dad are going out there for visiting friends, and they're going to go look and check it out, and they're going to book it, and it's like €3,000 for what would have been a €6,000 job over here, £6,000 job over here. So I was like, oh my God. So when I knew that was happening, and I knew that somebody had already been to the clinic because they had family who lived out there as well, I just thought, I'm just going, why would I pay that amount of money? So I cancelled the operation over here, and I got back in touch with Forme, and because it was only like a couple of years earlier, they still, well, it might not have even been that, they still had my photographs and they still had the quotation and all those things that they'd given me at that point. So they just asked me to resend a couple and said, yeah, it's fine, it's still the same, the doctor's still happy to do that surgery for you, can do it September the 1st, and it's still €900 for both procedures. So I was like, right, that's it, book it, yeah, I'm going. So I booked it. It's local anaesthetic, even though they're doing both at the same time, it's just local anaesthetic, which I must admit I was a bit wary of, but that's sort of changed a little bit just over the last couple of days. But yeah, so I paid that, booked my flights, booked my hotel, and they've been brilliant. They're sending a taxi to pick me up at the airport. They just respond to every email straight away. And the reviews that I've seen online, although there are a couple of bad reviews, but they don't really say why, they never tend to, they just slag it off for whatever reason. But 90% of the reviews are brilliant. So a couple of days ago, I thought, well, I'll have a look on the Facebook page, because I don't know, I hadn't done that before, and there were a few reviews, and one of them being somebody who just had a procedure in June or July, I think it was, a man who'd had his lower eyelids done, and he'd put a really good review. So I'd sent him a private message on Facebook saying I'm going next week, and he's been so positive. He's just said it were brilliant. The procedure was pain-free. You know, they're brilliant. They stay with you the whole time. You don't feel anything when you're having it done. Obviously, you've got a little bit of pain afterwards, as you would do with any sort of surgery. They're cutting you up and out there. But he said the procedure itself was just pain-free and absolutely brilliant. And the hospital's brilliant. The staff are brilliant. The doctor, he couldn't sing his praises enough. So, and that's the doctor who's doing mine. So I've kind of been put at ease about that quite a lot as well. So I just thought I'd do a bit of a video diary, because for myself as well, but because when I was initially looking at doing this, and I had considered going abroad, because I know people do it all the time, I'd looked and done a lot of research, and I'd seen the odd picture and bits and bats like that, but they weren't enough for me. and enough information, I don't think, at that time to make me feel comfortable about it. So I thought I'd do this. I thought I'd do a little bit before I go, possibly some when I get there and when I'm going around Prague on my own for a couple of days, because I am going on my own to do it, but I'm actually looking forward to doing that. And then before and after the surgery, and just so people can see it, and you know, it might help somebody else who wants to have it done but just can't afford the fees that we have to pay over here for it. So anyway, so it's a week yesterday till I fly out, and a week tomorrow till my operation. So I'll probably do another video before I go, maybe, or when I get there, and then definitely one afterwards. And I'm going to take some close-up pictures of my eyes before and then after, and throughout the healing process as well. So if anybody wants to ask me anything or anything like that, then just comment, or whatever else you do. I've never done all like this before, but I'm going to try and pop it on to YouTube to give people a little bit of information. So yeah, see you all soon.